So I read Crippled America by Donald Trump, and I actually read this back in like 2015 when he was first running for president. And I actually believe the book has been republished by another title, like Keeping America Great or something like that, whatever it is. That's not the point. The cover is not the point. The actual contents of the book is what matters. And this is a book that, I mean, if you haven't read Art of the Deal, do that first. But this book, if you're someone that, like, now that Trump is probably going to run again, I think he actually already announced he's running again, we're going to get back into the swing of things, of really going through the different positions in that. And you might already say, okay, I know what Trump wants based on what he's done over the past 4 years. But something to remember is this book I found rather refreshing, because the goal of a book like this is a politician's book. This is a book put out someone that's running for president. This is what their ideas are. This is a template to go off of what they actually believe. It's not about convincing. It's not even about these kind of books. You can't judge them on like whether what they say is right or wrong. What you have to judge them on is how accurate are they to what the politician actually believes. And that's the point of this book. And I remember reading this book. I think I read the whole thing in a day. And I was very much amazed at just how, compared to other politicians' books, it doesn't go into this whole, like, oh, my family did this, and I was raised on a farm, and I believe in American values and that stuff, and then proceeds not to define American values. I want, like, I believe in this, I'm all that. Or if it's Gary Johnson's book, he talks a lot about sports and not actual politics. But with this book, I did find that it was very simple. It was simple in a good way, in that this is what he believes. Bam. Like, he just says it. Like, this is what he believes, and here's some reasoning for it. And I understand he probably didn't write the book. It was probably ghostwritten, almost definitely ghostwritten. But I do think this is something where if you're at this point, and you're really just like, I don't know what he believes, like, you're at this point where you're just like, yeah, this guy's nutso, or whatever. I think this would be a good book to read, just to kind of look at the past few years, go through what he believes, and say, okay, how honest was he? How did he follow up on this? Like, I'm not going to reread this book because I already read it, but as I recall, it was pretty well. Like, he did pretty well overall, and he does lay out, like, again, specific things, and it seems to me, like, from what I remember him saying, he's aligned with those pretty well. So overall, I recommend this book, reading this book over the next few years, before the next election. After that, probably not worth reading, because again, this is not a book to be convinced by. This is not a book to really like go, oh, that's an interesting, nuanced view. This is to see what he believes. And again, read Art of the Deal. But if you don't want to read that, I found this one, like, I guess it's a bit simpler. It's more political rather than just like tactics wise. But no, I suppose it's worth reading overall. Again, I wouldn't put it at the top of my list, but if you're ever going to read it, I suppose now's the time. But let me know what you think in the comments section. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.